righty, good folks out there. You hear the music, you know the time. It is Thursday live here on the record with Brian Summers. I'm your host. I'm the bald one. I'm the dark one. If you look on Facebook and Twitter, you will not be surprised. It is me, handsome me, as my grandmother says. Son, you got a face for radio. And I've got some awesome guests here in my studio live today. Folks, you have heard the callers call in from Love Valley for the last 2 weeks. We had good folks calling in so much that it made me want to move up to Love Valley. But instead of me moving to Love Valley and they wanting me to move there, how about they came here? So I am sitting here with two of Love Valley's finest, and I'm learning about them. They're learning about me. I don't know if they'll come back after this show or not. They'll say, man, we didn't like being in there with that guy. Woo, what a creep. No. It's on the record, folks. It is Thursday. We're going to have a little fun, laid back kind of day. World is too much seriousness going on right now. So we're going to kind of dial it back, tone it down, and I wish we had some Love Valley music to go along, but that may be coming too. So hold on, hold tight. But I am sitting with me right now today for the whole hour. I've got the mayor, yes, the real mayor, the mayor of Love Valley. It is the Honorable Tim Matthews, and he has a special guest with him, a gentleman by the name of Dan Doddard, by way of Mooresville, by way now of Love Valley. And so he's going to share and introduce him. But we're going to talk all things Love Valley with the mayor, the good mayor, and I've seen how the population has boomed since it was started out with the first, 90 people you had in 2010, and now there's double that almost now, to 155, according to the 2020 census up there in Love Valley. But I was telling the good mayor that last week I had a caller on, Stephen, from up there in Love Valley. He called on, and we had good conversation, and it was good, and he was concerned about the way of the country and where our country was headed. So he kind of, we had a good fun. But anyway, so if you're looking live on Facebook, you're going to see these two gentlemen looking right here. There they are right there, folks. That is Mayor Meadows and Dan Doddard. I'm going to get that name right, man. I don't want to call you Don Doddard all the time. There is a Don Doddard, as they say in a Jamaican term. But those two handsome folks you see live here on the record, Brian Summers today, we're going to talk all things Love Valley, because that's what really matters. That's what they're here for, and get to know. So, Mayor, I got to tell you, you've been in the lead off of my roll call probably about the last month and a half. I have sounded off saying my roll call for all of the counties and cities within and surround us, but Love Valley has led off every single day. So my roll call starts off with Love Valley, Harmony, Olin, Troutman, Mooresville, Cornelius, North Cabarrus, South Wilkesboro, a little bit of Taylorsville, a little bit of Salisbury, and I say all that in between, but we got Statesville right here, Iredell County. So glad to have you, Mr. Mayor, and Troutman listening in too. So, but glad to have you. So
appreciate y'all letting me come in.
Well, hey, look, you're a good deal. It's funny when I talked to you this morning, you were saying, well, let me see here now. Somebody invited you last week, but it was at the end of the day, so he said he couldn't do Friday, and I said, well, it's Thursday, Wednesday. Let me ask you about. And you said, well, yeah, let me see. Oh, yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I said, okay, good deal. So we worked it out, and glad to have you here and all that good stuff. So welcome to On the Record. I know you've been here and done some WSIC stuff before, but here you and let's find out. We call this a drive time. So all those folks who commute back up to Love Valley, make their money elsewhere, you can catch them and talk to them on the way in. So, folks, and we're going to take your calls, too. So if you're traveling home, mom picked up the kids, don't leave anybody at school or on the school bus, call in here. You're up in the Love Valley area. You like what you're seeing and getting up there in Love Valley, call in and talk to the mayor. The mayor is here. He'll take your calls. Well, I'll take your calls. We got 8 lines on the studio here, and you can call up 704-873-1400, 704-873-1400, and you can talk to the mayor, and it won't cost you a fundraiser or nothing like that. All right?
Not sure they're going to like the answers they get. We'll talk to them.
Well, I tell you like I tell them, you don't like the answer, you always meet me in the parking lot. So we really have some fun around here. We try to dial it down a little bit. It's not as serious as sometimes people make it. I'm going to make sure. So, Dan, over there, give me a mic check. Say something.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, a little bit more. Come on, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, a little bit more, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
I got you locked in there now, brother. That's where. There we go. All right. So, well, now tell us, how long have you been mayor? How long have you been mayor of Love Valley?
So I think about a year and a couple months, maybe something like that. I've been on town council I was on the town council for 4 years, something like that, and then became the mayor about a year and a half, maybe year and a half ago. So been pretty entertaining.
Okay, all right.
Going to run for re-election here in November. And
oh wow! Oh hey, wait a minute now. Where's the damn bell at? Hey. We got an announcement going on. The mayor of Love Valley has just announced Here on the record with Brian Summers. That's why it's called On the Record. We get it all going right here. He has announced that he is running for re-election, and it ain't going to be contested, man. I mean, you got it. So, but he's running for re-election. Mayor Tim Meadows is running for re-election, and he announced it here on the air, on the record with Brian Summers. We like groundbreaking news here. We like to break all the damn news we can right here. And so when you bring in with it, we got it right here. So that's going to be exciting. You know, I ran for mayor in Statesville, but they didn't like me. So
I've seen that. That's what I heard. I was like, what in the world?
you heard? Yeah, what in the world? Right, exactly. But they didn't like me. So
Right.
I almost won. I just didn't have enough of my folks dug up to make them, I couldn't get them. And when I got some of them dug up, then they still didn't like me. They're like, well, we don't like you. And I said, well, wait a minute. Don't worry. You didn't got to like me. Just vote for me. That's what I told them.
Hard to drag them bags into the building with you.
Bags and then, and bags and more bags. It's kind of hard. And, going there, you got to put on a different mat. Yeah, so it's tough. So they created a whole law because I almost won mayor last time. That's what they did. So they came up with voter ID.
Well, I'm glad they're doing the voter ID. That's what the ladies over at the Board of Elections said this year. They'll have to have the picture ID, and I was like, well, that's good to know. Glad they're finally doing something right.
I wish they'd had that when I ran.
Right.
I had a runoff too. I almost won. But again, I couldn't get them enough of the people I brought in to vote for me. They got a free ride in the meal, and they're like, hell no.
Everybody wants something for nothing.
Just teasing. It was a good experience. I really will tell you. I tell people all the time, it was an awesome experience to run for public office. I'd say Statesville has the best people in the world. The door-to-door campaign works. And people, no matter what people say as a discourse in the country, at the end of the day, people want to be asked what they think in their opinion, and they want somebody to listen to it.
Right.
And it not cost them any money. You realize how many people said nobody's never knocked on my door and asked me to vote, and so that's really the secret to it right there. It's just that one-on-one retail politics, one vote at a time, one block at a time, and you just make it happen.
Right.
So, but I had fun, man. It was a lot of. I really truly did. I did. I walked 3,782 doors.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
I don't go door to door. Like I said, there's 150 some people, so everybody knows everybody, and they know what's going on.
So how many blocks would that be in Love Valley? 3,782.
I think you'd be on the other side of the mountain over in Alexander County, probably.
Well, hey, that's where my folks originated, right over there in Hiddenite.
Okay.
Absolutely, Vashti, Hiddenite, Gwaltney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where we came from.
Heck yeah. Too far down the road.
Yeah, I got cousins that they look like you. They really do.
Also, I said I was thinking he was my brother from somewhere else. I could see the resemblance earlier when I came in.
Well, I don't know what's underneath that hat, so.
I got hair.
We ain't related, dude. No. So the population in Love Valley is 155.
I think on the registry, that I just pulled not too long ago was 141.
141.
Registered.
Good deal. And the town became incorporated. A little bit of history on the town. Oh, got a break coming up here. The town became incorporated or founded in, you told me what?
So 1954, Andy Barker moved up here from Charlotte and had a dream, wanted to build a western town.
Okay.
And the first thing they built was a church, which is still standing. They still worship there on Sundays. Then they had the town down around the arena there in the bottom, and then I think 1963 they moved it up to where it currently is and incorporated the town. So it's still going. It's not booming like it used to be, and we're hoping that in the next 5 years or so we can get it back to where it was.
All right. So right after the break, we'll come back. We're going to talk to the mayor of Love Valley, folks, right here on the record with Brian Summers.
Brian Summers will return after this short break on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC. on the new 1059 100.7 WSIC.
Alrighty, folks. Yes, you know the music. You know the time. It is Thursday. It is Thursday All Day Live. This is On the Record with Brian Summers. My guests here are Dan Doddard and the mayor of Love Valley. It is Mr. Tim Meadows himself, all the way live right here. And we've just been talking a lot of good information, a lot of good stuff. And so glad to have you gentlemen stick around with me. We're going to talk all things music, Love Valley, number one. We're going to talk more about the infrastructure in Love Valley, just what's happening. The town's growing prospectively, where you look to be going. What are some of your town needs and how many people are on your council? All those good things. If you had the whole 45 minutes to sell Love Valley, you got it right here.
Right.
And we're going to take calls too. So if you're out there, if you've driven through Love Valley, you're driven up by Love Valley, or if you know, or if you used to go hang in Love Valley, we'll even take those testimonials too. Give us a call, 704-873-1400, 704-873-1400, right here on WSIC. Go ahead, Mayor. You were going to speak up?
Yeah, I was going to say, talking about the infrastructure here at the break. We were talking about the FEMA project that we had come through. I kind of touched base with this with Miss Sawyer when I was in here, but the project was just beginning at that point. But right now we're well in midstream, about 3/4 of the way done. We were fortunate enough to work out with the county a deal where they could help fund us. Obviously, we got money from FEMA to repair our roads and things from the hurricane we had back in 2020. So that project's rolling around really well. Our sewer project, a lot of folks are aware that there were some issues years back with our sewer. The current town council that we have, there's 5 board members, have worked very hard to get us in a situation now where we can move forward. We are moving forward. We spent a lot of time, I spent all day yesterday with soil scientist and Brady Freeman from the health department out on some property doing some soil testing, and so everything on the sewer front is rolling downhill finally.
All right. Well, that's good. And, you're the first person or elected official that I've heard talk about the infrastructure dollars that you actually receive. Some of them act like somebody, they just make it happen themselves. But, you credit all the way back to FEMA, which is essential. Those are federal dollars. And so, they're not our local tax dollars being spent out of our neighbors' pockets or ours. Particularly, it is federal dollars, which we all pay into. And so that's very, very important. And so it's good to hear locally that something good is coming out of Washington.
Yeah.
And it's been well spent. And so I think that when it's working well the way it's supposed to, obviously that's very vital up there to the community and the town that you represent. Tell us then again, out of that population, do you have, are there families, or there single individuals, or and then what school system does the Love Valley is supported by Love Valley there? I don't know if kids all go to North Ardell or Central or what.
So there's a hit and a miss between families, 4, 5, 6, even down to just standard married couples. There are some single folks that live in the town, some elderly folks. They're retired. They're just out living their wild dreams. Easy country living.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Are there any of the founders still living that came or were here when Barker came?
No. Andy and Eleanor both have passed.
Okay.
So
okay.
they're the original founders.
Okay.
Now there are some of their family members.
Okay.
That currently live in the town.
Okay.
So
that's special. That's special. That's good stuff.
Yeah, they are still there.
Yeah.
But you was asking about the school systems. So obviously Central is right down the street. That's one of them. North Iredell, North Middle. Those are the 3 schools that I even think some kids go to South River Baptist maybe.
Oh yeah, hey, look, new school, Headmaster, what is it called? Headway Academy at South River. That's blowing up. I was say blowing, that's a bad word. It's booming out there. But I was there 3 weeks ago at the church and just saw they still got a lot under construction there at South River, the high school academy they're doing, expanding up through 12th grade. I'm very impressed with the growth and the amount of growth that it's just in 2 years taken off like that. So,
yeah,
it's good.
So, and I'm not sure how many children there are in our town. I know I seen, someone riding their four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and
Okay.
well, not too many bicycles.
All right.
Kids don't, I don't think if it ain't got a motor, electric motor, they ain't getting on it.
That's all right. So let's talk a little bit of music here. And you got this gentleman here. I'm going to let you introduce him. You know him. And folks been saying, well, what's that guy there doing? I said, well, that guy has a name, folks.
That's right.
That's Dan Doddard, folks. You about to find out just how talented and who he is. So go ahead, Mayor.
So kind of going into things, when I spoke to Mr. Summers, we were talking about putting the show together and coming on the show, and we've got a lot of things going on in Love Valley this weekend, which I'll get to those here in a little bit. But I thought, this would be a great time to bring Dan. Him and his wife Megan are new to the town. They've been there about a year, I think. Yep. Recently just got married. So they live right across the street
You want
from
some
me.
tissue? I got tissue. I got tons of Kleenex over here. You want some? You recently got married. Tim and I might be able to tell you some, man. You sure?
He don't listen.
Tell me off air.
So, but he's been since the day he moved in. We asked him to come uptown and DJ some events and things uptown. Hadn't charged us. He's been involved with the community. So he's talked to us recently. There was a Daryl Harwood concert that went on a couple weeks ago down at the arena. He DJ'd that and helped Philip Beatty and Melissa Alejandro and those folks get that put together.
Okay.
And he came to me afterward and he said, well, I see big things. He said, here's some ideas I got. So I'll let him kind of do some explaining on what his vision for events are in the arena.
Come share us your vision, sir.
Yes, sir.
So yes, appreciate you having me. I'm
Absolutely.
Dan Doddard. I run a small family entertainment business called Nothing But Talent Entertainment, and we're like he said, I moved to Love Valley about a year ago, and just from that concert that Melissa and Phil asked me to be a part of, which I was pretty happy to do. It was a change of vibe for me, and I've never been a part of a country event. I've been to country concerts, so that was a real change for me. But it was pretty cool, and I got to host the Blue Jeans concert, which was insane and pretty wild. And actually the mayor was up there too.
I want to invite next time, brother. I got boots, man. I got boots, man.
He said keep it clean. I didn't win. Some dudes started undressing. He won. I'm like, you said keep it clean.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
So yeah, so ever
It's the
since
things
then-
that go on in Love Valley. Hey, look, according to Reputation, Love Valley ain't changed, y'all. All right.
But ever since then, I saw a vision of, doing some big events in that rodeo arena. And, so now we came apart. And like I said, I got Phil and Melissa that got me in a group with them. And we're trying to get a country fest to hit Love Valley next year in May. Hopefully, like May 18th is what we're aiming for.
May 18th of 2024. And like I told you,
2024.
I'm a huge Hank Williams Jr. fan. Man, if you were to get Hank Williams in Love Valley, boy, now I can write some letters. Now I know now he shares a program out there in Nashville with Mike Huckabee now. But I'm telling you, man, he came on the tour bus when Mike Huckabee's running for president. Hank Williams Jr. did. Man, we had a blast. I mean, and there was nothing in the bottle because it was only Mike Huckabee. He's a Baptist preacher. So, but it was like wow. I mean, I liked Hank Williams Jr. more than I did having Chuck Connors on there. Chuck Norris. He was on there. I was like, oh yeah, man. You're the guy from that Texas show on TV, I don't worry about it. That's Hank Williams Jr. over there. And so I was just blown away by that. Mm-hmm. And I love his music. Yeah. So,
Well, if you can get him, man, you send him our way.
well, if we can do this, man, we'll see what he takes for charity and nonprofit and all that good stuff. But that's great. So how long have you been in doing the DJing and entertainment? You said, your name of your business is what'd you call it?
Nothing But Talent Entertainment.
Nothing But Talent. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All
Yeah,
right.
my father was a drummer in a band, and
Okay.
my family just been around entertainment since I was a kid. So I've
Okay.
been doing stuff since pretty much middle school, hosting, emceeing. I'm not really like a certified DJ, but I do like small events and events that I can handle.
Man,
but-
you the most humble DJ out of whom I'm not certified. Is there a certified DJ?
Yeah,
Somebody
there's
got to
some.
hustle right now. You are a DJ. Look, brother, you doing it, and if you can charge to do it, you can do it. Don't you hear me saying? You can collect the dollar, certified or not. That's just somebody else's fancy way of saying, oh, we got our own club. But I'll be outside with all of it, and I'll get them out there. So, no, that's great, So you said nothing but entertainment?
Nothing but talent
Nothing
entertainment.
but talent and entertainment. I
Yeah.
like that. So you'll be able to send me a link to that. We'll be able to
Yep.
try to get that on the site behind this show, and
Yep.
people can find you from there and maybe find samples of what you do and the generations of music that you offer or specialize in.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very important to get out there. Now, does Love Valley have a chamber?
No, we do not.
We got to work on that. You got businessman here. We
Yeah.
gotta get a chamber of commerce.
Yeah.
You know, we can do it. We all meet at the saloon in the middle of the day. Just ride your horse up. You know, oh yeah, it's commerce, folks. It's a chamber of commerce.
Get some deals up there. That's how you lose your horse, your house, your car.
You know, but no. So that's great. That's awesome that you are doing that, and I think that's very important to build. Business for where you are and build attention and traction. So, I mean, North Carolina is hot right now as far as music talent and things that are going on in the arts, Iredell County, and to have Love Valley on the map, I think is awesome. So,
Sir, appreciate it. Yeah.
yeah.
So we currently, on top of that stuff, like I said, we got several things going on. Tomorrow night, starting at 8 o'clock, we have a ranch rodeo down at the Love Valley Arena. I think it's like $10 to get in.
Okay.
Kids, certain age kids are free. We also have a live band at Shelby's Place tomorrow night. Starts at 9 o'clock. And then Saturday, there's a ranch rodeo at the Diamond S Arena in Love Valley. I'm not sure what the price to get in that one is, but then there's also a live band at 9 o'clock at Shelby's Place.
Oh, wow.
So got a lot of things going on. Got our Music in the Street concert series.
Music in the
September.
Street.
Yeah, it's a free series.
Okay,
People
all
can
right.
come listen to music. I guess we're getting ready to go to break here.
Oh, no. That's just to get ready for it. Come on. Follow me, Mr. Mayor. Come on.
Yeah.
This is not Town Hall in Love Valley. Follow me, brother. But hold on. We are coming up in a break in about 3 seconds. So, but we'll be back talking with Dan Dowden and Mayor Meadows of Love Valley. Brian Summers on the record.
100.7 WSIC.
Alrighty, folks. Boy, that hour is going by real fast. Here we are at the bottom of 5:30 hour here, still on the record with Brian Summers, sitting with the mayor of Love Valley, the Honorable Mr. Tim Meadows, and the, I would say, entrepreneur, businessman, also recently married. Put that out there so all the ladies will say, oh, daggone it. Man, he's married. You know, Mr. Dan Doddard, he is here. And they're in studio live today, and we've just been talking all things Love Valley and welcoming a new business to Love Valley as well as new residents. So kind of helping it out. And that's great that, well, how did you stumble upon relocating or moving into particularly Love Valley and looking at all of the other entities within Iredell County?
Yeah, so we were actually in our wedding planning phase when we were looking for venues and just saw the price of venues. It was just like, man, if we're putting down payment, that's a house, you know, like the price of venues today is for one night, you know, for your wedding is a down payment for a house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, when you're paying like $10,000 to $20,000 for a wedding venue.
Yeah, all those
you know
people
what I mean?
coming and only half of them bringing gifts.
Exactly.
Let me just tell you, I had a real, I'm always going to keep saying it. I was riveted, but when I got married, I was like, wait a minute, I don't like 200 people. I don't like 10 people, but you want to invite 200 here to a wedding, and then I got to feed them. And that was my issue. I don't like them all that much. He said, well, some of them's your family. No, that's your family. I said that. I was a real knucklehead when it came to...
I'm assuming your wife don't listen to the show?
No. No, not at all. Politics, not the same. But that just really bothered me. And I never understood why anybody would get a real fancy invitation, come into a wedding, and it showed all the things that they were going to eat. And they showed up to eat and no gifts. I figure if you come through the door, invitation, gift, it's like hand in hand. You don't show up, you don't come here without a gift. I wanted my gifts. And I remember we had this whole thing about a gift registry. We're all off subject here. It's just crazy. But the whole thing with a wedding gift registry, I wanted towels. And I was like, well, wait a minute. There's another guy over there. He's scanning, getting towels in Macy's. And I'm like, well, I want to do the very same thing. I want nice wet towels, too. I had no freedom at all. I said, this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be fun. So, brother, congratulations. I hope you've been having fun. I'm still mad about our wedding where folks showed up and ate my food for free and no gifts. It just bothered. I mean, when you said that, I hope you got gifts, brother, because I'm telling you, I'm mad from 22 years ago.
He fed everybody and supplied the alcohol.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah.
I hope you got Christmas cards, and I hope they sent thank you cards. Boy, you sure did feed us well.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell you, man. Hope they take those calls from you in the middle of the night when you call and saying, "I need advice. You didn't tell me this." Well, you fed us, but I don't know, man. So anyway, life's interesting like that.
Yes,
How did we get there? It was a wedding venue. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't suppose you're going to tell us the price of the venue up in. You want to promote the venue here?
So it's a work in progress. We bought a property.
That's the name of the venue.
It's,
Work in progress. No,
we're calling it the Love Valley Estates. Our venue would be called. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're hoping to have it up and running by 2025.
Love Valley. Okay. All right. Kind of a barn kind of like thing, or what you got in mind?
Yeah, kind of like doing a full service like venue. We have some horse stables on the property.
What?
Yeah, so like we redid our wedding, we did it in front of some horse stables,
Okay,
and then we just
okay.
had it in the front property.
So I'm a rider. I don't own a horse, but I'm a rider. I'd ride every day if I could. And when I went on Memorial Day vacation for a couple of days, I was up in Middleburg, Virginia. I got up every day. I stayed at a resort out there and I went riding every day. I love it. I'd ride. I love it. I love trail rides. And just every day. I'm a huge horse fan, very much so. But that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
And so we can get a chance to come out there and check out the venue you have planned and what you have going on. And then become a destination spot.
Yeah.
Therefore, more people will start doing it and get that chamber going. And we figure out how to, get that water from the other side of the mountain, and get that right. So for sewer and water, so very vital. But are there other things, or is there another wish list you also have, Mr. Mayor? Because here you got this free time to just simply say, in the state of North Carolina, we got McNeely and Sawyer and Gray Mills and all of them. We call them all. And Patrick McHenry, I don't know who he is, but I'm just teasing. teasing. I do. I just don't like him.
So I've been talking with Jeff McNeely and Miss Sawyer about.
Look at you. You all polite.
About
He called the politicians Mr. and Mrs. Man,
Yeah.
folks, them folks work for me, man. I ain't calling you. None of us.
When I'm trying to get money out of them, I'm being nice.
Just teasing.
So they actually were able to get us some money for our sewer project. You know, we had a grant already, and they were able to get us some more off the budget last time. And so we've asked for a little bit more this time. So they're working
deal.
hard on getting that for us.
Yeah, because I don't think they passed the budget in Raleigh just yet.
They have not.
And I will say that one thing that Jeff McNeely has been working for Iredell. I'm on the library board, and he helped us secure funding for a bookmobile. And I know that we've got a library in Harmony and one down in Troutman, and he came through very much. And I mean, I told him then, I said, I'm going to tell you, I grew up here when we had the bookmobile as a little boy. Your stock went way up with me. And I said, whatever I got to do, I'll do everything I can to make sure you go back to Raleigh, because solely with the fact of what you have delivered for kids in the form of books and literacy in this county.
Right.
And so I will attest that he is a worker. Is anybody perfect? No. But I'm glad that he prioritizes Iredell County and the things that matter to Iredell County. And that's what you want from an elected representative, that prioritizes the people and their interests over that of others. Because he could be there and only take calls from people that raise $5,000 for him. But, but I can call him up, you can call him up. And that's what I like. It's the approachability. He's down to earth. And so I will respect him very much.
Yeah, and he's like that. Whenever I call or text him or something, he responds pretty promptly. He comes to town council meetings and gives everybody kind of an update on what's going on in Raleigh and with the county and things, which is really good for our community. It shows that the local and the state level have got our backs and are trying to help us progress and move in the right directions. So I really, I'm really proud and happy that those folks are working with us, because it could be a whole lot worse if they wasn't.
And how are the taxes in Love Valley? I guess it attracted you as a new person, but how are the taxes there, Mr. Mayor?
So the county, I just got my
Is that a
tax
hot
bill.
spot? Oh boy.
Yeah. So hey, I understand they got to do what they got to do, right? So when I got my tax bill, I was like, what?
Oh wow.
I was
Okay.
like, you kidding me? So I'd rather not talk a whole lot about the tax
All right.
side of things. So
Okay.
on our side, for our folks, we try to keep it.
At a minimum, sure.
Yeah, we know that
There's
we
going to
know-
be some growth.
Right, and we know that those folks up there, are retired, so they're not, multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it livable for them.
And that's good.
And just to keep our budget rolling.
That's good. That's very good. That's very good. Very good. All right. Well, very good. And so, again, give us some dates for that rodeo you were talking about. You got the ones that's coming Saturday, and I think you had a forecast out for a date as well, too.
Yeah, so we got, like I said, tomorrow night we have one, starts at 8 o'clock down at the Love Valley Arena. It's $10 again. It's a ranch rodeo, so it's not your typical rodeo. It's kind of like you see out west where you have the hands, doctoring cows, sorting steers, putting steers on trailers. So it's actually a really, really fun event. There's also another one Saturday night at the Diamond S Arena, put on by the Broken Pipe Ministries. Super great fella. They do a good job as well. Friday night we have a live band at Shelby's, starts at 9. Saturday night there's another live band at Shelby's, starts at 9. I spoke to Mark Loden. He runs a pretty tight ship up there. It's a $8 entry fee for both nights for the band. Trying to think here. We have a September 23rd is our music series we've been running all summer. It's free to the public, free to anybody that wants to come. We sell food and things like that, take donations. All that money goes to our annual Christmas event that we have every year. And I believe we're working on our number 5th annual Christmas event this year. So that helps buy the Christmas tree. That helps decorate the town, helps buy toys and things for all the children that come to the event. So it's a free event for the community and out, surrounding communities to come to that event. They can see Santa Claus, get their picture taken.
Okay, all right.
Our Christmas tree lighting, annual Christmas tree lighting. I think last year was 19 foot. The year before was 15 foot. It seems like that tree is
growing.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
And Julie Sneed, bless her, she keeps telling us. She says, "We're getting a bigger tree," and I'm like, "We're not doing Rockefeller Center tree out here. We have to have a crane set this joker up."
Gotcha.
It's a lot of fun.
Good deal.
So,
all right, right on side of the break. We'll be back.
1059 100.7 WSIC.
All righty, folks, here we are, rounding up to the top of that hour. I'm still sitting with the mayor of Love Valley, folks. Love Valley. Phone's been kind of quiet. You all must have been really enjoying everything that Mayor Meadows had to say. Boy, I don't know. Maybe it was me. Nobody wants to listen to what I have to say, but that's all right, too. But we're glad to have these two gentlemen here, Dan Doddard and Mayor Tim Meadows of Love Valley. And so we've had a 45 minutes of talking all things Love Valley. Learned a little bit about it, know about some upcoming rodeos, told them about my fascination for horse riding. I like to ride myself, and it was a lot of fun. And so this has been great, and I want to invite you back, and I want you to be able to send me your town announcements when you have your council meetings, anything development comes out of it you want to share. Reach out to me. You're always welcome here on WSA On the Record. I mean, I don't, I can say that officially, and I'm glad to see that Pat Shannon, we call him the governor. If you're listening, Pat Shannon, this gentleman said the mayor says he listened to your show, Pat Shannon. So I'm sitting in Pat's chair, so I feel I'm a big boy today. This is the Pat Shannon official chair. And so, but we love Pat. And so I will make sure to let him know that the mayor of Love Valley listens to his show. And, I'm jealous because Pat Shannon, mayor never told me to listen to my show. I had to reach out to ask him to come on my show.
I'll start listening now.
Oh my goodness! So no, but all real serious. This has been great, and I'm glad you brought someone else new to get a chance to meet and welcome. And can't believe you got married, man. We got a Superman cake we give all the new folks. No, we're just teasing. But I mean, seriously. But I hear good things. Love Valley. I'm glad to see your numbers are growing. And folks come out there and they say they had a good time. Buddy of mine sent me a text that he was out there at a rodeo like 2 weeks ago. That there was a rodeo going on out there, and so I was like, wow, okay. And so, so were you DJing for that? It was about 2 weekends, and went all the way through. Went from a Friday, Saturday, into a Saturday out there, Friday, Saturday.
I think that was over at Diamond S Arena. I think they had a Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Saturday show.
And I was like, man.
Or something like that, yeah. I know we did a fun show last Saturday. I think there was a fun show done at our arena.
Now, what's a fun show?
So it's all kind of
different. I remember this is Love Valley. I better not ask that question.
Yeah.
Just teasing.
It's more kind of youth-oriented.
Okay, okay.
So they do pole bending and team races and things like that.
Okay.
So they done that, and I think they've done several throughout the course of the summer, but it's been pretty awesome.
Good deal. So the when's election for Love Valley had their elections? Is it November?
November 7th.
Okay, I think that's correct. Okay. So, nonpartisan, I take it all municipal races are nonpartisan, or do you have to declare to be a...
No, I don't think so. I hadn't really paid attention to that.
Don't worry about it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good stuff then.
That was Vicky Sawyer texting me.
Oh, she's never been on my show either. So she listened. Yeah, exactly.
Take that up with her.
I tell you, now I'm going to call her Miss Sawyer. Miss Sawyer.
It'd be nice to get you somewhere once in a while.
Yes, Miss Sawyer, absolutely. So, no. But, that's good. That's good. So, November 7th. I know it kind of seems like the elections came around real fast. Real fast here in the county, particularly itself. And so, I'm hearing good things about Love Valley. I appreciate you coming on. And a big shout out to my man, Martin Gotham. And first, second, third rounds on you, as I understood, downtown. And so after here, they're both smiling. They're going to head right on down there. So here they come, Martin. And Martin's going to take care of everything. So, but big shout out to him because he played a part in making this happen. And I had mentioned to him a couple weeks ago about it. And he said you were a cool guy. And so got you here in person. And Dan, you too as well, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, now don't you come back around here in about a year and tell me, man, you should have told me what marriage was like. I'm rattling at you, dude. But no, we're glad to have you, and welcome to this part of the county up here.
Thank you.
Where we're saying it, I should say. Till once the sun goes down, at least. Exactly. No, but you're out there in God's country. It's beautiful. Sometimes I take a drive up 115, and it's just you look back over in your rearview mirror while keeping one eye on the road too. When you drive back, you're like, wow, I don't want to leave from up here. It's just that nice. So you guys have something good going on.
Appreciate you guys.
I gotta say too, I got something that I don't think Senator Sawyer don't have one of these. She doesn't have one of these. Oh yeah, Senator Sawyer. All right, Senator Sawyer and Jeff McNeely. Neither do I have an honorary Love Valley pin from the mayor. Now, how you like that? Nobody. I'm the only one that has. He came to the door with gifts for the brother. I'm just teasing.
I wasn't invited to your wedding, right? I gave you one.
This would have been the gift for the chicken and waffles that them folk ate, brother. I done gave it back to you, man. No.
Well, I certainly do appreciate inviting us on the show.
Absolutely. I've enjoyed it. I'm getting a chance to meet you and get to know you. And anybody that likes Pat Shannon and Vicky Sawyer and friends with Martin Gotham is a friend of mine and a brother. And Dan, absolutely you too, my friend. All right, congrats on your new business and the venture and adding to it and everything that you have to contribute to the community up there in Love Valley. All right, so come back on your 1-year anniversary and tell us all about how it's going and bring music. All right, send good music, okay?
Yes, sir.
God bless you, gentlemen. You guys hang out here. We just got to pay some bills, as they say, and we'll get through this. So,
all right.
So, folks, you know, we got some birthdays out here, folks and their birthdays. I'm just starting to take off a lot. A lot of people are hitting me up on their birthdays and say, oh, you remember my birthday? And I'm like, okay, all right, I got your birthday. So, going out right now today, we got Crystal Cook has a birthday today. Crystal Cook, she is the wife of Mr. Edward Marshall, my childhood friend who I grew up with, and they just came back off a European trip over to Germany, and so she recently, I think, wrote a book, and she does a whole lot of stuff with agriculture and growing and farming and from the crops to the table, all that good stuff, Crystal Cook. But she wouldn't let me edit her book, though. So she said, nah, yeah, okay, Brian Summers. She wouldn't let me. But anyway, I'm going to send her a happy birthday shout out to you. And whoever we got here for birthdays, we got Miss Nancy Mary Odom Pond. Happy birthday to you. Mary Odom Pond, happy birthday to you. Katrina Randolph, happy birthday to you as well. Sharon Winbush, happy birthday to you. Corey Ward. And Ivy Rector, she used to, when I had hair, she would give me a haircut. She was my barber back in D.C. And then my cousin, Rob Knox, over there in Raleigh, all the way in Raleigh, my cousin, Rob Knox, happy birthday to you, sir. Loie Knox, happy birthday to you. And that is it for the birthdays, folks. But I will say, you feel special. It's your birthday. We like to say happy birthday to you, signal you out, shout. I won't sing to you. I'll just tell you happy birthday. And don't expect anything else from me other than that, okay? A wink and a nod is what you get. But if you're downtown on September 13th, at the Iredell County Public Library, we're going to have Dr. Elliot Engel, and he'll be discussing the tortured genius mind of Edgar Allan Poe, the great poet, folks. It's an all-day poet, Edgar Allan Poe. It will be an all-day exploration and talk on Edgar Allan Poe, and that's at the Iredell County Public Library, September 13th from 2 to 4. It is the Friends of the Library annual meeting. For a disclaimer, I'm a member of the board of Friends of the Library, so I got to tell you that. But you all are welcome, and next week we'll be giving out tickets to Edgar Allan Poe, the discussion on him down at the Iredell County Public Library. Also, it is tomorrow is happening. It's the 1st of September, and that means it's fair season. No, it's not raining. It is the Iredell County Fair, and so thus far, today and tomorrow, hopefully the clouds will hold back and we'll get a good send-off to the fair tomorrow. From the 1st through the 9th of September, it is the Iredell County Fair. Come on in every afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon. Thursday of the fair, it will be free for veterans, seniors, and all K through 12 kids in the all Iredell County system-wide. So come on out, make it a family night, and come to the Iredell County Fair. It is sponsored and put on by the Iredell Agriculture Extension, along with the Statesville Kiwanis Club. So, folks, so you can take advantage of all that. Know these good people. Every dime that the Statesville Kiwanis Club takes in, they give it back out. 100%, everything. They keep nothing for themselves at all. We all give it back out to the community. That's what I like about them. That's why I joined, because they are 100% everything they bring in, they give right back out. And I can attest for that. That is what they do. If you have an opportunity and a chance. And of course, you know that starting next week, we will be feeding a family of 4 from Chick-fil-A. So every week on a Friday, we will give away a certificate to a family here. We'll feed them a family of 4 with a certificate from Chick-fil-A. It is just part of our way of trying to close some of the hunger in our society and in our country. And so Chick-fil-A has partnered with us here on the Rec with Brian Summers, and we're committed to doing that every single week. We will be giving away food for a family of for compliments of Chick-fil-A here in Statesville. Also, too, once you get all that food, you've eaten at Chick-fil-A, you wake up on Saturday morning, you say, boy, my waistband feels a little tight. You want to go to the Statesville Family YMCA, folks. That's where you want to go. And that's the Statesville Family YMCA. Go in there and mention you heard on WSIC. Get a 3-month membership trial, see how you like it, go back, and we'll take good care of you. But you have to mention WSIC, and that's at Statesville Family YMCA. So check it out. Good things are happening in our community, folks. And as you know, we're in the 3rd week of school going back. So watch for all the little kids catching the bus, riding the bus, and crossing. Don't speed past them at all. And most of all, what you do in your life, folks, is you are the adults. You make the decisions, and be very, very careful. Whatever you do, don't hit kids. Don't hit your spouse. No domestic violence at all. I am adamantly against child abuse and neglect in any form and domestic violence. Don't do it, folks. If you got to do it, walk away, move away. Just don't hit. Keep your hands to yourself and say your prayers and make this world and country a better place. That is my commitment. That is my On the Record for you today, this Thursday. God bless you. Keep listening. This is Brian Summers for On the Record. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
And this has been good. God bless you, folks. We're out of here now. It's been good. Thanks a lot. Anything you want to say? Parting words?
Come to Love Valley and see us.
Hey, Love Valley. All right, folks. What happens in Love Valley stays in Love Valley. Now, why y'all laughing off that? That wasn't no joke. That was real. All right. Glad to have you gentlemen here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. You come back anytime. All right.
The new 105.9, 100.7 WS.